Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're talking about the most mandatory, the most urgent solution that is needed to set free the people of the Nyanza, the people of the Western Kenya, the people of the Coast Kenya, or any other people in this country who follow Raila Amolo Odinga. It's time to break the curse. It's time to break free from whatever it is that he's been putting you through for the longest time now. For that and much more on this episode of Big Man's Full Report. I want us to watch this video together and I want us to learn a thing or two. Yes? Let's go.
Finally, Raila Amolo Odinga has gone. There were those who held on to hope, hoping against hope, that when that hour came, the son of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga will not betray the people.
I, for one, was one of those people. And I don't know why. Sometimes I just feel like I'm dumb. Also, like, most of us are like dumb because we want people to really act out of their character. Even though they've shown us over and over and over again the kind of people that they are, we just hope that they would do something different. I was one of them, guilty.
Because indeed there are many who see this move as very serious betrayal. In fact, there are those who think Raila is a traitor. I received a WhatsApp message from a friend in the United States of America. He said, "We are dead." This morning, dear Kenyans, I stand here to tell you, like I told that guy from America, that there is always hope in hopelessness.
I want to make it clear that everything that he says, I agree with. There is always hope, even in some hopeless situations. And there's also the saying that the moment you lose hope is when you stop living. All that we agree with. But there's some kind of hope that is detrimental to your well-being. There's some sort of hope that can ruin your chances to live a better life.
Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope because your son, Raila Amolo Odinga, may get somewhere and like Saul on his way to Damascus, may become Paul.
That is false hope. That is bad hope. I want us to withdraw all hope that is resting upon Raila making the right choice. I want us to totally withdraw that hope, because in Raila there is zero hope, because it is not the first time that he's betrayed the movement. It is not the first time. He did it in 1998. He did it in 2007 when people thought that they are now President Raila Odinga. Let me even leave that one because that one is contentious. No, let's go to Uhuru Kenyatta. He did the handshake, betrayed the movement. He's now done it the third time. Bro, even if we are giving someone the benefit of the doubt, it has to be like one time thing. You cannot over and over betray the people, but then somehow we hope that you're gonna meet your Damascus moment and change from Saul to Paul. That is the kind of false hope that I feel like the followers of Raila have been holding on to for the longest time. They lose elections and they are like, he is the one. Somehow he's going to have the solution for us. Somehow he's going to bring the solution that we need. He is the guy. And they keep on putting all their hopes on one man. And over and over and over again, they keep losing. Even right now, even though they are very sure, they are 100% sure that the move that Raila Odinga is making is bad for this country, including them because they are part of this country, they are still going to follow him. Not because it is the right thing that he's done, but because it is Raila Odinga. I feel like that kind of hope is bad hope, and it is hope that has held hostage followers of Raila for the longest time possible. And this is a clear example that this hope does not choose. It cuts across everybody. This dude, look at him. He's probably in his 60s, but somehow he's been a supporter of Raila for too long. he cannot believe that these are the true colors of Raila Amolo Odinga. He cannot swallow the bitter pill that Raila Odinga is not a revolutionist. He's a betrayer to the revolution. He cannot bear that in mind. So somehow he's clinging to the slightest of hope that somehow Raila Odinga is going to open his eyes and do that which he has promised the people to do over and over and over and over again. He's called himself Joshua, bro. He's called himself the guy to take you to the promised land. He has used those words so much that even William Ruto, when he was giving his speech after he did this handshake on Friday last week, he said this is the promised land. Bro, I'm gonna tell any follower of Raila Odinga out there, bro, this is not the promised land. The promised land is not dictated by your leader. The promised land is dictated by how good the land is. If Moses took the people back to Egypt and told them, voila, this is the promised land, I'm not sure those people would have been like, oh my God, this is the promised land. Thank you very much. They'll be no. We see Pharaoh is still the king, bro. Pharaoh still wants us to continue making bricks for him. This can be the promised land. There's no honey, there's no milk, bro. The promised land is not determined by your leader. It's determined by the conditions in the promised land. And this cannot be the promised land. That means our Joshua, or your Joshua, as the followers of Raila Amolo Odinga, has failed to deliver that which he has promised for so long. It is time to let go of the hope, bro. It is time to let go of the hope. It's better to die hopeless than to hold on to hope that will never help you. And this is not only for the Luo Nyanza. Bro, this is also for the Coast people. This is also for the Luya people. It's also for the Maasai people. It's also for even the Kikuyus that deep down, somehow they keep hoping that Raila Odinga shall open his eyes, that his eyes shall receive some magical healing, and oh voila, he sees the future and takes them there. Bro, there is no future for Raila Amolo Odinga. You're only bargaining chips for him, and it is time that you break free from this curse. It is time that I don't know what ritual we have to perform on you guys, bro, but it's time that that ritual gets performed so that your eyes get open, so that you realize, bro, Raila Odinga will never be the hope for you.
That the voice to Saul, why are you persecuting my people? That voice may come through Jaramogi's son, Raila Amolo Odinga. Why are you betraying my people?
But he's done it so many times, bro. He's done it so many times. So many times, man. So many times.
And on his way to Damascus, Raila Odinga may become Paul. So there is hope.
There is no hope.
But even if that doesn't happen,
well, now we are talking, because that is not hope. That is low-key stupidity. Let's call it for what it is, bro. Stupidity is when you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results, bro. That ain't no hope. That's stupidity. We have to put that somewhere in the trash can, and we have to move on to some real formidable ideas that can help us save us from this situation. Now, tell us, what is the other option?
Fellow Kenyans, there is hope in the anger that this singular move has generated in the country.
Sure.
There is so much anger against this union, the unholy union, the evil axis, that perhaps torrents of anger may sweep the two from the face of the political landscape of this country.
Now, that is hope. Does it mean that it will work? I have my doubts, I have my reservations, because I know how fast people in this country forget. I know how fast we forget. I know that we have moved on with our lives, not knowing, not accepting that some young people lost their lives fighting for what is rightful for this country. I just hope that for once their memories function better than they functioned before. I just hope that they can hold on to this anger until 2027, bro. Because if then they do, that could at least be something to hope for. But if we continue with this amnesia that we have, I don't know whether it's selective amnesia or it's just amnesia, bro, we are doomed. We are dead. We are vegetables.
Yes, there is hope.
Maybe.
But in politics, unfortunately, fellow Kenyans, hope is not enough.
Never.
Hope must be turned into action. Angry as Kenyans may be, annoyed as you may be, mad as you may be, I share with you the sad news that that is not enough to remove Ruto from power.
It's definitely not, bro. And one thing that I know he's gonna speak about, but I need to just make you understand how important it is. We have to stop with immediate effect. We need to stop taking Ruto for granted. We need to stop underestimating this nigga. Bro, this nigga beat the system. He beat the deep state, bro. He beat a sitting president. And you know what they say in this country? You can't get presidency from a sitting president if you guys are not on the same side. He did it, bro. Let's not be stupid enough to assume that it's going to be so easy to get this thing from President William Ruto. Ain't gonna be easy.
Actually, when I look at the opposition, I have problems believing they will have what it takes to defeat the most two formidable politicians in this country in 2027. Yes, there is hope. Indeed, there must be hope. It is true there is anger. Kenyans are mad. But anger alone is not enough to remove Ruto from power. We must be realistic enough to know that one has to harness that anger, propelled by the hope, and harness that anger first to the registration of voters and finally to the voting itself.
In every election, there has to be an agenda. The winning agenda. I don't know whether we have it yet. But between now and 2027, that agenda has to be set. The only problem is who's going to be setting it. Will it be William Samoei Ruto who's going to set it, or is going to be the opposition, that is the Rigijis, the Wanjigis, the Matiangis? Who's going to set the agenda, bro? Because right now, the agenda is very simple. Take down the two thieves. But what is that agenda going to move into as we go close, as we get close to the 2027 election? We need a very strong agenda, bro. An agenda that will make everybody want to wake up early in the morning, if not sleep at the voting stations, to cast their votes and express their will. I feel like that agenda might be set automatically by the economic situations because, bro, watu wanakapitia. People are going through the most. Irregardless of where you live in this country, your pocket is empty. Pockets are empty. There's no money. For people to ignore that fact, that you do not have money in your pockets, make your way to the ballot, to the voting station, and cast your ballot for the very person who's made sure that there is no money in your pocket for the last 5 years. I call that madness. We need liberation from that kind of nonsense. We need liberation from that kind of thinking. I feel like It's time we call for spiritual help. If we have to perform rituals to help people abandon this silliness ya kubebewa akili na politicians, if that is what we need to do it now, fast and early. If ni crusades, if people need to be prayed for, wafunguke akili so that they can think on their own for the first time ever and elect leaders, not politicians. That is the only thing that's going to save us from this nonsense. But I, personally, my heart goes out to every follower of Raila Amolo Odinga. It's time you stop. It is time you stop. I am going to be brutally honest when I say, low-key, I'm a fan of Central Kenya people. They do not have a constant leader. They listen to the people they want to listen to, not the vice versa. They are not compelled to listen to a certain person. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said about the Nyanza people, the Western people. Those people wamebeba akili. It's time they stop this. If at all you're going to liberate this country economically, we are going to need everybody to be on board. And everybody means we're going to have to abandon things that we've done in the past that now we are sure 100% that those things don't work. We have to abandon them. Ain't no other option. Ama we are going to be suffering for the next 7 years. It's going to be a pity. It's going to be crazy. Like and subscribe.